Hey, good evening. My name is David Muhammad, and welcome to another segment of The Digital Strategist. Once again, we've got another great guest with us. I've got Ingrid M. Williams with me. She is the founder and CEO of Your Big Day LLC, one of the top entrepreneurial event planning and wedding planning companies in New Jersey. The reason she's here, obviously, is because she integrates a great deal of digital strategy and technology into her model as she deals with her clients and our vendors. And so, welcome to the show, Ingrid.
Thank you very much, David. I'm honored to be here and very excited that you asked me and invited me to be on your show. So I'm excited to talk about how we incorporate social media and just the web itself into what we do at Your Big Day on a daily basis.
Well, very good, because we're going to dive very deep into your model, because I was very excited about some of the things you guys are doing. When you came by my office maybe about a month or so ago, I'd been introduced to you by the very astute Joy Yaggett, who is the actual general manager here at SOMAtv. She said, you guys need to meet. This young lady is really sharp as far as marketing is concerned and very just tech savvy. And so whenever I hear that, I'm always like, let's see. Because I think I'm like the smartest, coolest, techiest guy in the world. No, not really. Yeah, really.
Really?
No. But yeah, in talking with you, I was like, yeah, you know, you really kind of know what's going on out there, and you're really integrating some things in a real cool way. So before we get started, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself, sort of your educational background, and what was the impetus behind starting Your Big Day LLC?
Okay, well, I'm really excited. I was extremely excited because I am a local girl, so I grew up in South Orange.
Nice.
I went from elementary at Marshall all the way through to Columbia, and I did graduate from a different high school, but I am a hometown girl.
Very good, very good.
After high school, I went to Rutgers University, where I studied sociology and labor studies and obtained 2 bachelor's degrees from there.
Nice.
And I started working in human resources, and within human resources, we had to plan all the company functions.
Sure.
So from the holiday party to the service awards, anything that the company wanted to host, it was my job.
Sales conferences.
Anything the company wanted to host as far as employees were concerned. So holiday party, company picnics, service awards, any of those things, it was my job to plan them. And even when it came down to when we would host, you know, the president of the company, if he would come to visit, or the CEO of the company when he would come to visit, and with the employees, we'd have to make sure all the lunches and all of those specific parts of the program.
All the logistics, all the various components. Yeah. A lot of moving parts, I'm sure.
So from that, I was like, I really kind of like this. You know, it was one of those things where I'm very creative in my thinking. So I for me, it was the best outlet as far as, you know, from my day-to-day work to planning the events, like making invitations and what favors we're going to give away.
So you did every aspect. You were involved in every aspect. Okay.
So fast forward a little bit, found myself as a single mom, and I decided, I'm going to need to do something to make a little bit extra money. So I decided to attach a service or a fee to what I love to do best, because I was planning a whole bunch of stuff for friends and some family. I'm like, wait, I could really get paid for this.
So why not make $1?
Yeah, so you know, and try to keep myself afloat as I was raising my daughter. So we formed Your Big Day event and party planning, and so
your company was born out of a sense of necessity to augment your personal economics.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
and as well, something that you love to do.
It was something that I love to do, and
you were good at it as well.
Good at it as well, and I had the passion for it, and always had, you know, a creative, out of the box idea. And my friends were always complimenting, like, I never would have thought of that. I never would have thought of that. So it was just the perfect way to do everything that I needed to do to share my love of, you know, people, as well as planning, as well as hosting events. And it was just a great way to do that. So that's what I decided to do.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So now let's talk a little bit about your model at Your Big Day LLC. On the event side and then on the wedding side, let's talk about, maybe just in a bulleted form, what you guys actually do there.
We try
corporate side, weddings, you know, just break it down for us.
Okay, well, obviously my background is corporate event planning, so that's kind of like my home base.
Okay.
So basically what we do there is just produce, it's a lot of work. Just from an employee sitting on a day-to-day, I've had to experience having to get my own work done on top of the events that the company wants to host to thank their employees or their customers or what have you. And it does take a big chunk of time of planning. So what we do at our company is just alleviate the employee that's sitting on that desk that's calling us.
So you're taking away jobs.
Not really.
No,
I'm helping them keep
kidding,
them.
I'm kidding.
Because a lot of times the managers kind of, buckle down on the employee that's assigned to plan something because other day-to-day things aren't getting done.
So you come in and you kind of help them look good in their environment.
In their environment and in their work, and help them produce the best event that they can possibly can.
So from a corporate events planning perspective, how, in working with your clients, what are some of the things that you do from a social media perspective in event planning?
Well, we always run their events on Facebook. We actually always try to get any type of invitation as a JPEG so that they can actually advertise their events on Facebook. I encourage all our corporate clients, if they're not on Twitter, to get on Twitter. It's
Do you help them get on Twitter?
If they need it. If they need it.
So you will facilitate their Twitter account for some of your clients if they need that?
If they need, I'll help them set it up. If it's something that they haven't done up before, I'll say.
Have you found that Twitter tweeting is pretty effective in your space?
I think so, especially for us at Your Big Day. We've had several different bridal showcases. We also have an internet-based radio show, and we've picked up a lot of followers just off of tweeting about those things. And we tweet out all of our radio shows. Hey, did you hear our show this week? Did you hear it this week? And since September, we've been able to get over 3,000 listens, and we've only been broadcasting every other Sunday from September of last year, 2010 to now. So we think that's pretty good.
And these folks are actually following you now.
They're following us now on Twitter.
Wow.
And it's amazing.
So it's a way to keep kind of in constant communication with your clients.
Constant communication with our clients.
We have prospects as well.
Prospects as well. We've actually had people from California at different television production companies contact us because they saw that our radio show and they needed kind of help getting the word out about something that they were doing. So it's just amazing how that one avenue,
one tactic,
it's
so Twitter
global.
Really worked for you.
It has, yes.
So how are you guys using Facebook? You mentioned Facebook.
Yes.
So how do you help? How is Your Big Day using Facebook
for
its own company?
Okay.
Talk about that, and then talk to me about how you're helping your clients use Facebook.
Okay. Facebook was our first medium as far as social media.
Your first social media platform.
Yes, it was our first platform, and it's worked well for us. We have close to about 400 followers.
Okay.
And supported. I like to call them supporters.
Okay.
Because I feel like people are supporting your business, and I just call them supporters.
As opposed to
own.
Okay, I like that. I actually like that.
So we
a lot
have
of sense.
400 supporters, and we post anything from what do you think about this gown that we found online as we're searching to, oh my gosh, this bride did XYZ thing that we may have found in a newspaper article. What will you do? We run our events. We have actually 3 Facebook pages. We have our main Your Big Day event party planning Facebook page.
Okay.
We have a page for our bridal showcase.
Nice.
And we have a page for our radio show, Your Big Day Live.
So you've segmented your audience based upon some of your various tactics on your own site and on Facebook. Very smart.
And then on each we run different things. There might be something that pertains more to our followers or supporters that are on.
So you're creating these groups.
Yes. So there might be more information that a supporter of the Village Bridal Showcase might want to be interested in that doesn't need to go on like a Your Big Day page or a Your Big Day Live page. It'll only go to the people that have a honed-in interest on that specific segment of our company.
You recently had an event, the
Village Bridal Showcase.
Thank you, thank you. How did? What were some of the social media and web tactics that you used to get the word out about that event?
Definitely, we were heavy on the Facebook and Twitter, LinkedIn as well.
Oh, really?
We used LinkedIn for that as well.
Is that more so for your vendors, or is that for your prospects as well?
It was kind of for both.
Okay.
We are within LinkedIn. We are in certain groups.
Sure.
Within LinkedIn.
Yeah, I mean, like, I get those doggone LinkedIn things like 5,000 a day.
So we put it out there to the wedding professionals that there was space for them to showcase if they would like. And then also there's certain, New Jersey brides or New Jersey engaged couples or something like that. Some of those groups that we just made sure that our information was posted in. And our friends in the industry, it was beneficial to us because we would tweet something or we would put something on Facebook, and then our professional friends within the industry would retweet it or they would tag us in a status post on their company. And it was just phenomenal. Even
so you were getting a lot of viral activity
yes,
from your sort of corporate partners.
Yes, so
wow.
It just picks up. You know, you tweet one thing and then someone retweets it because not only are you have a relationship with them on Facebook and Twitter, but then you also take it a step further and develop a personal relationship with them. And I think.
Do you guys have a YouTube channel as well?
We do.
Okay.
We do have a YouTube channel. We have. We've already taped one segment on YouTube. YouTube is a new kind of segue that we're doing.
Okay.
And our first one was how to dress a table, you know, formal table setting. So that we'll use for tips.
Sort of a DIY video. So you guys are approaching YouTube with kind of DIY videos for your users.
Yes.
Smart. Very
Yes.
smart. So from the social media perspective, it sounds like you guys have mastered Facebook and you're getting quite a bit of traction using Twitter as a micro blogging platform.
Yes.
And
We also have a blog.
and you're also blogging as well.
Yes.
So and then as well you have an internet radio show on Blog Talk Radio.
Yes.
So wow, you have several social media tactics playing into your site now to your site.
Yes.
Very good.
Yep.
Very good.
And the hub of it, I would say, is probably all links back to Facebook, because Facebook we can link our posts from Facebook to Twitter. So sometimes I'll just Facebook something and it'll automatically go to Twitter, and we run all our blog posts, all our radio show information. We run it all from Facebook is the hub for us.
Now we've uncovered a great nugget here, because something I've been preaching for years is that, you know, back in the 20th century, folks were always preaching that the website was in the middle of the activity. Yeah, drive the traffic to the website, the website. I'm like, no, dude, that's like antiquated. Yeah. It's really about, your audience will tell you which platform is, the most compelling. And now you're saying that, we actually use Facebook as our hub and not necessarily yourbigdayllc.com as necessarily the featured driver.
No, our supporters know where to go if they want to have more information, and we definitely make it a point to let everyone know what our website is.
Of course.
But you said
there's been a little bit of a shift in consumption.
Yeah, the modern bride or the modern business owner, or even just a professional, 9-to-5 professional, is on Facebook at least.
Well, we know the numbers.
A couple hours a day.
It's like crackhead numbers. We know the numbers are there.
So we're just going to take advantage of that to meet people where they are. And so
I love that about you guys.
That's just kind of how we're functioning. If everybody's there, we're not going to make it hard for them to have to go someplace else to get information about what we do or how we can service them. The
real insight is, meeting folks where they are.
Yes.
So it kind of goes back to, again, sort of one of my philosophical principles, which is, the market, the target audience will dictate what to do based upon their media consumption behaviors. How did you guys come to that? Because, corporations spend millions in dollars and don't get that.
Well, when we first started, our marketing budget was not very huge. So you
had to be sort of innovative.
We had to be very innovative and very smart about, where we placed our money in.
So the budget.
The budget was the driving force, just like
in
events.
Sitting here with Ingrid Williams on the Digital Strategist, and she has proven to be quite the social media maven. Here in the first segment. We're going to take a break here from the Digital Strategist, take a little breather because we dove kind of deep, which is what I like to do. And we'll be back in about 2 minutes on the Digital Strategist with more Ingrid Williams of Your Big Day LLC.
After 17 years working as a mason, Mike was laid off. I met him when he came into the library looking for help. He found a job opening, but the application was only online. Mike said he'd spent his entire life around tools, but had never used a computer. I showed him how, and he ended up applying for numerous jobs online. I saw Mike the other day. His new computer skills paid off. He's working again.
New Jersey libraries are transforming lives. Tell us your story.
Welcome back to the Digital Strategist. I'm David Muhammad, your host, and I'm here again with Ingrid M. Williams. Ingrid is the founder and CEO of Your Big Day LLC. And if you were watching in the last segment, you know that Ingrid knows a lot about social media and how to tap into social media to stay in communication with her her prospects and her customers,
Yes.
and as well to keep that conversation going along with her partners and her vendors.
Mm-hmm.
So she's playing that game very well. So we're going to move along to another tactic and talk mobile
Okay.
a little bit and find out how mobile is affecting and impacting your space a little bit. Are there any really cool smartphone apps or iPad apps that are out there that are really affecting your space right now?
There is one actually I discovered. There could be more, but the one that I kind of honed in on was one by Mindy Weiss, who has an event planning app, and
Who's Mindy Weiss?
she's actually a celebrity event planner out in LA or in New York. I think she's bi-coastal.
Oh, really?
But yeah.
Wow.
So she came out with a really cool app, and for all our tech-savvy brides, and they are getting more and more tech-savvy, that allows them to just kind of facilitate their planning wherever they go, whether it's on their phone or their iPad, you know, on the computer. It just integrates so well with kind of all the different technology apparatuses that you use throughout your day. So it's really good. And from that, we saw that she had a great app, and it was really cool. But there were some things that I felt, you know, got my mind turning. Like, oh, it'd be cool if we could do this in the app, or this in the app, or this in the app. So
Oh yeah, we've been talking. Yeah, we've been bouncing ideas.
So I contacted you, and we kind
ideas.
of been bouncing ideas back and forth, and I'm really excited on what we came up with and how we can put our spin on the app world, and, you know, not to take anything away from Mindy, but just kind of our take on a wedding planning app as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're excited.
Are you finding, well, first of all, who's your target audience? 25 to 35? I mean, who are you guys talking to directly?
Yeah, I would say about 25, 27 to start, all, you know, up to about 40, 45-ish.
Okay.
Brides are getting married a little bit later in life.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just because a lot of them have decided that they want to focus on career or
Okay.
what have you before they settle down and have a family, which is great. So
It's all about options and choices.
yes, and so basically that's our core audience.
Sure.
And then you also have the encore brides who are maybe
Encore brides.
Yes.
What's encore bride?
It's someone who's getting married for, you know, not their first time.
Kind of like one of my aunts.
yeah.
That's a nice way to put that. We just say she can't keep a band, but
Well, you
encore
can say
brides.
that,
Yeah,
but I
right.
can't.
True. That would make you a very bad wedding planner. Very bad.
Yeah, so for our encore brides, we also like to cater to them a little bit. You know, they've gone about it already, you know, and every bride wants to feel special no matter what time around it is for her.
Sure.
So
I was just kidding.
Yeah, no, I understand. So, but we like to make them feel special and, you know, also cater our services. And
Is most of your business from this younger demographic or from the encore demographic?
I would have to say most of our business comes from between 27 and 35.
So I guess mostly Gen Y and millennials and maybe some Gen Xers.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
very cool. You know, you find this group is extremely tech savvy, intermediate level tech savvy.
Definitely extremely tech savvy.
Everyone's got a smartphone. And
Everyone
an
has a smartphone, iPad. We've even just recently purchased a new wedding planning software that allows them to kind of create their own website for free and all that
Wow.
stuff, so that they can keep their guests informed, that people can RSVP
Sort of a microsite. Wow.
RSVP through their website. You know, it's something that
Do you guys host those microsites?
What happens is we have the software, so whenever we enter in our new clients, they'll be able to have access to this free website that they can now customize with themselves within our software.
Wow.
It's really, really cool. They can keep track of their budget, their RSVP list, anything. So, and they love it because a lot of them are looking for some type of tool that they're able to use, and they can have their bridal shower RSVP list there, and they could just tell people, along with your RSVP card, you can have your URL link down at the bottom, and you can either send back your card or go online and your RSVP will be picked up right there.
Wow. So, okay, you guys are using social media extensively.
Yes.
You guys are in the process of bringing your own mobile app to market.
Yes.
Do you think that those are your stronger suits that differentiate you from some of your competitors in a very saturated event planning and wedding planning space?
I definitely think so. I want to say that one of the biggest things that has separated us and helped us is our Blog Talk radio show that we
talk
have.
about Blog Talk.
So I needed to find a way that could let people know that we knew what we were talking about as being kind of new to the industry. So we decided to create a Blog Talk radio show.
I really love
Big Day
your
Live.
your brand's, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I just had to say, I love your brand's aggressive, easy for me to say, posturing when it comes to technology? You guys are just there.
We couldn't be scared of it, you know, even though sometimes we're like, we don't even know, like the show really was supposed to be for just the month of September. Like, we'll just see how it goes.
So some experimentation.
Yeah, and it's
really, that's really what it's all about. That's really what it's all about.
Yes, and it's lasted this long, so we usually just try
There's a small company called Microsoft that started off that way.
Right?
Google.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. So we just figured that it was something that we didn't really see a lot of people doing. And if they were doing it, they weren't owning the medium on which they were doing it from. So they were doing, you know, podcasts or broadcasts, but it was someone else's, you know, network.
Platforms. Yeah.
So this allowed us to control our content, control who we have on, and then control the message that we wanted to have out and portray, and not really get sucked into someone else's idea of how they feel like we should run our
the
show.
Editorial tone.
Yeah. So that's what we did, and it's very inexpensive to start. So it's either free or next to nothing. So it's really great. You know, you can edit it and have it up there. We stream it live because I like to let people know exactly who we are.
The key, as opposed to downloading.
Yeah, we stream it live, but then you can after the hour you can actually go in and re-listen to the archives and things like that. But we stream it live because I like everyone to just kind of get a feel of our personalities and who we are, and I think that kind of sells. The one thing that we've learned is that our customers don't like to be sold. They don't want me to come in and tell them, pick this flower and all this.
People like to buy. They don't like to be sold to.
They don't like to be sold to. So my key was let them get to know us. Let them see how fun we are. You know, let us see that within the fun that we actually know what we're talking about, and that we actually surround ourselves with professional people. So we have other professionals come in. So not only is it a great medium for us, but we also allow the platform for our industry friends, and they all enjoy it because they can put it on their websites, the podcast, and run it on their Facebook pages and direct all their friends to.
You guys have a really great understanding of content and how content actually drives engagement. So I want to tip my hat to you guys in that. So you talked about Blog Talk. Are there any other great tools? Offset, we were talking about Hootsuite.
Yes.
So maybe
maybe
you might spend a few minutes talking about Hootsuite.
Well, I just like Hootsuite because since I did mention that we have 3 Facebook pages as well as.
So Hootsuite allows you to manage all that.
It allows us to just get.
And on your site, there's a little Hootsuite sort of. Is that Hootsuite on your site now?
On our site, it's actually our Facebook page.
Okay.
So you can actually see real time what we're putting on Facebook from our website. So if you do happen to go to our website before Facebook, you can become a supporter of our Facebook page, and you can see kind of like what our conversation has been for the last couple of days.
So what does Hootsuite allow you to do?
Hootsuite allows me as a business owner to facilitate in one area, in one place. Sometimes I find that having your own personal Facebook page while you're trying to manage 3 pages could be very distracting. Okay. So Hootsuite just kind of puts it all in one place. If there's something that I want to, for instance, don't forget to tune into your Big Day Live. I want that to run on all our pages.
Across your whole network.
Across our whole network. Twitter, Facebook, and the other 2, YouTube, all of them. So I'll just type that into Hootsuite, click whichever pages that I wanted to apply to, and it just broadcasts it. And then on top of that, it allows me to schedule status updates to whatever medium I want. So if I know I'm going to be not in the office that day, or even if I am in the office but just don't feel like signing on as often as I probably would need to, I can schedule updates or statuses to be posted every hour, every 2 hours, one at 1 o'clock, one at noon, one at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock in the morning while I'm getting my daughter ready for school, it says, "Good morning, your Big Day supporters." And it's things that I've programmed in the night before. Okay. So it just allows me to be engaged, but not chained to my computer, as one might think you have to be if you're going to be running 3 pages or really keeping up with the social media.
Network.
Yeah.
Social media.
So it allows you to schedule your check-ins live, but also have something going when you're meeting with your client, or at a site visit, or just getting work done for the day.
Does Hootsuite allow you to say, if I wanted to go on one of my Facebook pages and deploy a campaign, and then maybe onto Twitter, but not onto 2 other Facebook pages? Yes. It would allow me to sort of silo out which pages I could go into. Yep. Wow, that's really cool.
Yep, and it allows you to schedule them. Schedule like, okay, I want this to run on Village Brothers Showcase and your Big Day Live, but not your Big Day Main. And then I can put it in, and then at noon, it'll run on those specific pages that I've clicked, and then that's it. It also pick up my blog post, so whenever I post something to the blog, it automatically sweeps our blog every 2 hours, and if they register a change for a new blog post being submitted, it'll automatically send it out to Facebook, and then my Facebook is linked to Twitter, so it goes into the Twitterverse as well, all at the same time. There's nothing that I have to do.
And awesome. Awesome. I mean, I
love it. It's
I love it too. You guys are on point. There's no question about that. Anything hot and happening? Anything coming up for your big day soon, event wise?
Well, event wise, it's becoming to be the height of our season, so we do have some.
Got a lot of weddings.
Yeah, a lot of weddings coming up,
okay.
And obviously the whole wedding industry is in a big uproar about the royal wedding coming up on Friday. So that's been.
So how's that affecting your business? Is that bringing just more people to wedding sites and event planning sites?
So. I think
is that just raising the tide?
Raising the tide. I think a lot of the wedding professionals are waiting with bated breath because there is the assumption that the royal wedding is going to set some type of industry trends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the dress to the cake to, just her style. Kate Middleton is, about 28, 29 years old. So she's our average bride, and she's very stylish. So they're just waiting to see how she's going to let her personality show through.
Sure, and her style.
Her style through the traditional royal way. So she's going to
How's that going to play itself out?
Yeah, how's it going to play itself out?
This sort of new royalty.
Yeah, and they're really anticipating that, the upcoming brides, maybe not so much if you have a wedding planned in this summer, but, for next summer, how is that style going to translate into, maybe even the fall and winter and the next summer, spring seasons. So
you guys are watching with bated breath who's coming in and out of the event and all that stuff, and what they're wearing, and what the cake looks like, and all that good stuff.
Not really heavily saturated, but we know that it is
something
that's big. It's a big event, so we have.
Is it being streamed or anything?
It is, and that's another thing. So the whole it comes on at like 4 a.m. here, so the whole, even their whole technology
through Facebook. Stream? Or what are they?
Well, it's going to be broadcast live.
Okay.
So through all the TV mediums
CNN.
and CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS, all those 4 a.m.
Very cool. So looping back around, thank you for that royal family wedding update. I had been behind the 8 ball a little bit on my royal family trivia, and I thank you for bringing me up to speed a little bit.
That would have been a good app.
Yes, it would.
You could dress Kate.
Yeah, we missed,
on your phone.
We missed that one. So. I want to thank you for coming by and spending some time with us on the Digital Strategist.
I really appreciate it.
And you've I'm going to steal a couple of ideas that I heard tonight.
Okay.
About how you're really leveraging Hootsuite.
Okay. Yeah.
I knew about Hootsuite, but I'm kind of like, there's just so much that comes out. So.
It's really a good tool.
And the way you broke it down was like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The good thing about it is that you can even get started for free. There's like a certain level that you can have for free, and then if you want some more complex or heavy-duty things that you want to do, there is a monthly fee attached to it. But
sure.
The free portion of it will definitely get you where you want to go.
Free $99, one of my favorite prices, obviously. So Ingrid, once again, thanks for coming by and spending some time with us here at the Digital Strategist. I'm David Muhammad. Thank you for coming out, and I want to say goodnight to Madison, David Jr., Naomi, and I love you, Jesse. See you guys later. Bye.
Thank you.